The anti-seed oil movement has exploded across social media, fueled by claims that common cooking oils like soybean, canola, sunflower, and safflower are inherently toxic, inflammatory, or responsible for a long list of modern health problems. Influencers, fitness personalities, and online wellness communities often warn that polyunsaturated fatty acids, PUFAs, in these oils damage cells, disrupt metabolism, and accelerate aging. The rhetoric is dramatic. Seed oils are compared to industrial sludge, blamed for obesity epidemics, and portrayed as dietary villains that should be eliminated entirely. But when you examine the evidence behind these claims, the conversation becomes far more complicated and, in many cases, far more misleading than the movement suggests. In fact, much of the fear is rooted in half-truths, poorly interpreted studies, and a misunderstanding of how fats behave in the body. PUFAs are not inherently harmful. Omega-6 fatty acids, found prominently in seed oils, play essential roles in brain function, hormone production, immune signaling, and cell membrane structure. The narrative that omega-6 fats are automatically inflammatory oversimplifies a complex biological system. It's true that omega-6 fats can contribute to inflammatory pathways, but they also support anti-inflammatory processes, and their real impact depends on the overall diet, not a single ingredient. Studies repeatedly show that replacing saturated fats, found in butter, coconut oil, lard, and fatty meats, with polyunsaturated fats can lower LDL cholesterol and reduce cardiovascular risk in the long term. Yet the anti-seed oil movement often ignores this research, cherry-picking isolated lab studies where PUFAs oxidize under extreme conditions that do not reflect how human digestion works. A major part of the fear comes from concerns about oxidation. Seed oils can oxidize when exposed to heat, light, and air for long periods, leading to the formation of harmful compounds. While this is a legitimate concern for low-quality oils handled improperly, the movement frequently exaggerates the danger. Modern, properly processed seed oils are regulated for oxidation markers and tested for stability. Many influencers also overlook the fact that butter and coconut oil, while more stable at high heat, come with their own risks due to their high saturated fat content. Saturated fats are strongly linked to increased LDL cholesterol and cardiovascular disease when consumed in excess. Coconut oil, despite its health halo, is more than 80% saturated fat, higher than butter, and lacks the strong heart health evidence that olive oil or moderate amounts of seed oils have. Social media has amplified the anti-seed oil narrative with a level of certainty that scientific research simply does not support. Influencers often present simplistic before and after stories, dramatic claims about inflammation cures, and alarmist language that plays on fear rather than evidence. These narratives leave people believing seed oils cause everything from acne to anxiety to infertility, even though controlled trials fail to show such widespread harm. The movement also encourages expensive lifestyle changes, like replacing all cooking oils with grass-fed butter, ghee, or avocado oil, that may not offer any real advantage and can drive up household food costs. For people with heart disease risk, swapping seed oils for saturated fats can actually worsen health outcomes, even if it feels like a cleaner or more natural choice. There are also risks in overly restricting seed oils. Attempting to eliminate them completely can push people toward disordered eating patterns, obsessive label checking, and unnecessary dietary anxiety. Some individuals end up consuming excessive amounts of saturated fats, believing they are making a healthier choice, while inadvertently increasing their cardiovascular risk. Others may fall for expensive, highly processed, seed oil-free, packaged foods that are marketed as healthier, but no more beneficial than their regular counterparts. And for teens or young adults heavily influenced by online wellness culture, fear-based messaging about seed oils can create long-term confusion about how to build a nutritionally balanced diet. Seed oils are not perfect, but they are far from the toxic substances the movement portrays. Olive oil remains the gold standard for heart health, and using it for most everyday cooking is a wise choice. But moderate use of seed oils is not dangerous for the vast majority of people, and banning them entirely offers little real benefit. A balanced diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, legumes, nuts, fruits, and seafood has far more impact on long-term health than obsessing over whether a tablespoon of canola oil might be inflammatory. The anti-seed soil movement reflects how quickly nuanced nutrition science can be warped into sensational claims, creating fear where none is needed and encouraging dietary extremes that may do more harm than good.